What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for the next episode in this Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Alright guys, let's get into it real quick. So again, this is a Slow Sim Dynasty. We are not playing the games. We are building the team and letting them run. We are in year 4, 2028, and we are 1-0 so far, with scoring a major victory in the Vegas Kickoff Classic against the number 2 ranked Georgia Bulldogs, which vaulted us from number 3 to number 1 following week 1. Let's take a look real quick over the team. So again, for those just tuning in, we have our head coach Connor Stalions in his starting his 4th season with the Michigan Wolverines. He's got PJ Fleck, former Golden Gophers head coach, as his offensive coordinator. He's got Connor Walker, former Auburn Tigers DC, as his defensive coordinator. Actually, might look to get rid of PJ Fleck, because he's not really going in the direction with his talents that I was hoping. He's still going master motivator, which is good. Don't get me wrong, like, that's good. But I really was hoping that he would focus on the talent developer part, and he is not. But anyways, Connor Walker is the DC. Season 1, 2025, 9-3, win over Mississippi State in the Music City Bowl. Season 2, 9-3, lost to South Carolina in the Reliant West Bowl. Year 3, with 2 losses in the season, 1 to Texas, 1 to Oregon. We got in as the, I want to say, 7th or 8th seed in the playoffs, and were able to make a run, defeating Texas A&M, USC, Georgia, and Alabama en route to the Natty. So he did get a national championship for Bryce Underwood in his final college game. Let's see. Take a quick look at the depth chart. Now this is year 4, so it's going to be some players you know, some players that are game created. So we got CJ Carr at redshirt junior at the helm for Michigan, with Bryce Baker as his backup. Micah Kapana is running back 1, Trent Simple, Reggie Dial, and Zaire Flanagan. At fullback, third-year player Kevin Trout. Wide receivers, we got Donovan Murph, Marion Stewart, John Anthony Hall, Dante Ahmad, Chris Lawson, and Liam Thorpe. Tight ends, Luke Harpring, Vinny Van Buren, and Jamar Browder. Left tackle, Dorian Hundley, Dominic Stewart. Left guards, Max Simonson, Avery Gash, Jose Shields. Center, Ty Haywood, Jake Guarnera, Caden Strayhorn. Right guard, George Cherry, Jake Guarnera, Frank Willett. Right tackle, Brian Jordan, Mike Wolf. Left edge, Lugard Edekpaye, Zena Umeazulu, and Paul Hicks. Right edge, Wendell Gregory, Bretton Brooks, and Paul Hicks. Defensive tackle, Ted Hammond, Romeo Sauer, Jordan Crawford, Elias Williams. Sam linebacker, Cameron Booth, and Ezekiel Burns. Mike linebackers, Cordell Carver, Garrett Stover, and Oscar Cashman. Will linebacker, Gabe Williams and Taylor Kiernan. Also Colin Calloway. Cornerbacks, Deontay Liggins, Josiah Edmond, Jaden Sanders, Terrion Nichols, and Vernon Nordine. Free safeties, Tommy Mitrione, Coy Beasley. Strong safeties, Shamari Earls, Reggie Gideon, and John Brown. Third-year kicker, Otis Beck. Second-year punter, Caleb Berryman. Our kick returners are Zaire Flanagan, Dante Ahmad, and Reggie Dial, and Amarian Stewart. Third down receiving back, Trent Simple. Power running back, Diego Longoria. Slot receiver, Amarian Stewart. Rush ends, Edekpaye and Brenton Brooks. Rush interior, Zeno Meazulu and Wendell Gregory. Nickel corner will be Deontay Liggins. He'll move inside for nickel sets. Terrion Nichols will be the other nickel corner. nose tackle Ted Hammond, and gadget quarterback Zaire Flanagan. So we are ranked number 1 in the top 25. Don't have conference standings yet because conference play hasn't started. We do have a few players in the Heisman watch early in the season. Not that that really matters, but alright, let's check our recruiting board. We had a bunch that I saw in the last transition after the last episode that went into top 5. We'll see how many of those we can schedule for visits. So for John Gillikin, we've got a small lead over Texas Tech, a decent lead on Tim Guy over Nebraska. Billy Ogburn, first place, top 8. Terrence Blizzard has cut to top 5, and we have a small lead over Indiana, Penn State, and Duke. Let's take off, send the house. We'll schedule a visit for Maryland week. We will give him a trophy tour. And since we know conference prestige and playing style, let's try to figure out what his sell is. Okay, so it's probably gamer. Yeah, it has to be gamer. Alright, so since we know it's gamer, we'll just go ahead and do the hard sell. Still unopposed for Alvasica. Craig Angel, we've got a small lead over Ohio State and Michigan State. It'd be so nice to beat those two for this 5-star. Alex Lambo, top 8. We've got a decent lead over Georgia and Clemson. Lawrence Kalawaya. He's in his top 5. We've got a small lead over Texas and Notre Dame. Schedule a visit. This is going to cost us 40 though. So we'll have him come in on Oregon State week. Championship contender. We'll have him attend a team meeting. Unopposed for Kona Nguyen. Kyler Radley has cut to top 5. Schedule a visit. This will cost us 15. We'll bring him in on Maryland week. We've got a small lead over Mizzou and Texas Tech. We know brand exposure and pro potential. Let's have him meet some alumni. It'll cost us 15. So let's do a soft sell for football influencer. And we'll add the 15 back on top. Taekwon Jones, we're slightly behind Georgia in his top 8. Unopposed still for Jamie Pettis. Keelan Doozable, we've jumped out to a lead over Wisconsin, North Texas, and Mizzou. Rashard Suggs is cut to top 5. We have a small lead over Georgia. Let's take the offset in the house. This will cost us 20 to bring him in for Oregon State week. Championship contender. So we'll have him attend a team meeting. And since that costs 20, we've got 30 to put back on. So all we know is championship contender. So let's soft sell aspirational goals. And we'll put the 10 back on. Melvin Francis, we have moved into 4th place. Still a ways behind Georgia, Georgia Tech, and Auburn. This will be an uphill battle. We're going to take off, send the house. We're going to schedule a visit for Maryland week. We know proximity to home. We know playing time, and we know brand exposure. So let's have him go to do a podcast interview. And we will soft sell, star search, and add 10 on top. Zach O'Toole, we have a small lead over Mizzou, Louisville, Indiana, and Nebraska. Take off, send the house. We'll schedule him for a visit for Maryland week. We know championship contender, so we'll have him attend a team meeting. That costs us 15. So let's find a soft sell. We'll soft sell hometown hero. And then we'll add the 15 back on top. Johnny Dumaine, we have a small lead over Georgia. Take off, send the house. Schedule a visit for week 5. We know conference prestige, coach prestige, and brand exposure, so we'll have to do some one-on-one coaching with him. Now that costs 30, so let's do a soft sell for status seeker. Warren Gizzy, we have a small lead in his top 5 over Oklahoma and Tennessee. Let's take off, send the house. We'll schedule a visit for week 6 against Northwestern. We know coach prestige and championship contender. Let's do some one-on-one coaching. And since that costs us 15, let's do a soft sell for aspirational goals. with 15 back on top. Robert Kafka, top 5. We have a small lead over Illinois, Wisconsin, Louisville, and Nebraska. Let's take offs in the house. We'll schedule a visit for week 5. Championship contender in proximity to home. Let's do attend a team meeting, championship contender. And let's soft sell hometown hero. Arsenio Cavazos, we've got a small lead in top 8 over Washington. Alright, so we're just kind of hanging around with Wishard Wimper. We've got to get hopefully some hours freed up for him soon. Same thing for Lynch. I don't think we need to jump out on Stuber yet. Or on King. So, alright, so that's going to be the recruiting for this week. Let's jump into the game. We are using custom playbooks. These are my own custom playbooks. They are not glitch. They are not cheese. They are full-on, fleshed-out schemes. 300 to 400 plays in each. Every play rated for multiple situations. They are up for download if anyone wants to check them out. The defensive book is basically my attempt to insert the amoeba defense into the game. It's a bit more aggressive. It gets a little bit more pressures and a little bit more sacks, but it does get gashed on the ground and in the air. For some chunk plays. It's a trade-off I'll take for my own personal play style, and the offense is again just my personal play style. Here we go. Now I do normally do some bad commentary for some of these games. I didn't do one for last week's game, and I'm not going to do, or at least for the first half of this game, I got to go take care of something. As many of you who watch my channel know, I help take care of my mother, who's elderly and fighting stomach and lung cancer. So I need to step away to take care of some things. So I'll just say enjoy the game commentary. I will try to step back in sometime later in the game, maybe in the second half. When I get done with what I got to do. But enjoy the game. Comment. Let me know what your thoughts.
As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So West Virginia's offense takes the field. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Back to pass. Just a little off. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Wolverines offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build.
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. And some room to work. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Sweet cut there. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll throw it from the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive with a pass. Back open in the middle. Got room at the 35. He's loose. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Smith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Carr. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Hauls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. The Wolverines are marching down the field. They send the tight end in motion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Stewart. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. 3rd down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He's got the tight end. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to TCU. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Carr. Got his man downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
First down, West Virginia.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. On target to the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Smith. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
First down, West Virginia.
Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 8th play of the drive coming up. Back to pass on 2nd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. That gets them back to within 10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Back to pass, it's Carr. Makes the grab. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught close to the marker, it's Stewart. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Off play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Lawson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. This is a designed run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Going with the ground game left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to the right. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Kick is in the air. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
West Virginia.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side now. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
1st down, West Virginia.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's more. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some score. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Hall. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's Carr. Sets up the screen. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that one.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
That's a first down for the offense.
Hands it off. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It, no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Mountaineers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
First down, West Virginia.
They just keep firing. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Now the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Hubbard. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, West Virginia.
Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Wide open downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
First down, West Virginia.
To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. He's got him this time. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Mountaineers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, West Virginia! Quick strike through the air for the score. before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up by 37 over Colorado. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Looking for a man, it's Carr. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Hall. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Lawson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The give out of the gun. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Trying to punch it in. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. The give to the tailback. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the air on 2nd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle, it's Payne. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Smith takes the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. It's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
First down, West Virginia.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Snagged out of the air. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
First down, West Virginia.
He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So
Turning it on. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense comes out needing a score here, down one possession. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Down, West Virginia.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. They're dealing with a second and long.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Back to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle of the field. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker.
Sorry about that, guys. I was gone for the entire game, it looks like. I took care of the things I needed to take care of, and then I had a phone call that I needed to attend to. That was a very important phone call I could not miss. But we are winning with 12 seconds left on the clock. They're up 31-17 over West Virginia. On the road, this will be, I know last week's game was technically a home game, but we were in Las Vegas, so we still haven't had our home opener. And if we can start the season 2-0 before even having our home opener, I think that's a good indication of how the season's going to go. West Virginia drops back for a deep throw into the end zone. Hail Mary, it's tipped, drops incomplete. They're going to have one more chance at a touchdown. Michigan's going to win this game, but West Virginia's going to try for one more touchdown for a few more points on the board. This is for pride. Deep throw, end zone, incomplete. That's the game. 31-17. Michigan Wolverines get the victory. CJ Carr 2-0 as a starter for the Wolverines. And he gets player of the game, 300 plus yards back-to-back weeks. CJ Carr looks to be a star. And what about Micah Kapana, man? In real life, everyone's overlooking him this season, but man, he is a talent. If y'all don't remember, go back and watch his high school film. Bro had like over 1,000, had like 1,000 yards on like something like 60 carries or something like that. It was some absurd number. He was averaging like 15 yards per carry his senior season. Bro's a talent, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people this year with Michigan Wolverines football. Let's take a look at the stats for the game. So Michigan 31-17, 26 first downs to West Virginia's 24. Total offense 460 to 408. West Virginia actually ran more plays. They had 63 to 55. Yards per play average, Michigan 8.4, West Virginia 6.5. Run game, Michigan ran it 20 times for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an average of 6.5 yards. West Virginia not so hot on the ground today, 13 of 11, no touchdowns, and a .8 average yards per rush. Now this may speak to something. We have faced West Virginia and Georgia, and both weeks Michigan's run defense has been outstanding. So that might be a strength for us. Passing game, Michigan was 31 of 35. CJ Carr only missed 4 out of 35 passes, 330 yards and 1 touchdown, a 9.4 average. West Virginia 38 of 50 for 397 yards and 2 touchdowns, an average of 7.9. Third down conversion percentage, Michigan 33%, West Virginia 45%. Fourth down conversions, West Virginia attempted 2, made 1. 2-point conversions, Michigan attempted 1 and made it. Red zone percentage, Michigan 60%, West Virginia 100%. Turnovers, there were no turnovers on either side of the ball for either team today. Kick return yards, West Virginia 63 to Michigan's 55. Total yardage for the game, Michigan 515, West Virginia 471. Punt average, Michigan 47, West Virginia 30.8. No penalties committed in the game. Very disciplined game and nearly even time of possession. Michigan 24 minutes 57 seconds. West Virginia 23 minutes 3 seconds. Individual player stats for the Michigan Wolverines. CJ Carr 31 of 35 for 330 yards, 1 touchdown. QB rating of 177.2 and a completion percentage of 88%. In the run game, Micah Kapana had 11 carries for 100 yards and 1 touchdown. Diego Longoria 3 carries for 15 yards. Trent Semple 1 for 5, and Amarian Stewart 1 for 10 with a touchdown. Catching stats, Luke Harpring, the tight end, 9 catches, 121 yards. Amarian Stewart 8 catches, 83. John Anthony Hall, 4 catches for 45. Donovan Murph, 3 for 35. Chris Lawson, 3 for 35 and 1 touchdown. Reggie Dial, 1 for 1. Trent Semple, 1 for 3. Vinny Van Buren, 1 for 2. And Micah Kapana, 1 for 5. Blocking, we had 1 sack attributed to the offensive line. That was to left guard Max Simonson. And George Cherry had 11 pancakes, Ty Haywood with 10. They were having a field day out there. Defensive side of the ball, we had a 3-way tie for our tackles leader. Jaden Sanders, Cameron Booth, and Reggie Gideon all had 9. TFL's leader, a 2-way tie between Cameron Booth and Lugard Edikpaye with 3. Sacks leader, Edikpaye with 2. Wendell Gregory and Brenton Brooks each had 1. No interceptions or fumbles forced on the day. PBUs, we had Lugard Edikpaye, Shamari Earls, Cameron Booth, Deontay Liggins each with 2, and Jaden Sanders with 1. Kicking game, we had Otis Beck was 3 for 4, 75% with a long of 55 and 2 of 2 extra points. And in the punt game, Caleb Berryman had 1 punt for 47 yards. Kick returns, Dante Ahmad 1 for 18, Zaire Flanagan 2 for 18, Reggie Gideon 1 for 2. Punt returns, Amarian Stewart 1 for no gain. Alright, let's back out. We'll advance the week and see what changes from week to week. If you enjoyed this game, stay tuned. I'm going to do another one right after this. I'll go live a second time. I still didn't finish everything I needed to do, so I might as well run another one while I finish doing what I need to do. So we will be running another one after this. But to keep it one game per episode until we get to the postseason, I will end this stream and start a new one. But let's go ahead and advance the week. Michigan Wolverines are now 2-0. All right. We didn't get any commitments, but we also didn't lose out on any prospects yet. Lugard Edekpaye with 2 sacks, 2 tackles, and 3 TFLs, as well as I think he had 2 or 3 PBUs, right? Got Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. All right, so we are still ranked number 1 in the top 25. Let's take a look at what's changed there. So from week 2 to 3, we stayed at 1 with 43 of the 46 votes. Clemson moved from 3 to 2 with a win over NC State. Miami moved from 4 to 3. They had a bye week. Tennessee moved from 5 to 4 with a win over Louisville. Georgia moved from 6 to 5 with a win over an FCS team. Duke moved from 9 to 6 with a win over number 21 TCU. Notre Dame moved up from 16 to 7 with a win over number 12 Texas. Alabama stayed at 8 with a win over Ohio State. We like to see that. Auburn moved from 10 to 9 with a win over an FCS team. USC moved from 12 to 10, a win over Fresno State. Florida moved from 13 to 11 with a win over Colorado. Texas dropped from 2 to 12 after their loss to Notre Dame. Oklahoma moved up 1 spot on their bye week. Indiana moved from 17 to 14 with a win over Eastern Michigan. Louisville moved from 11 down to 15, so they dropped back 4 spots after their loss to number 4 Tennessee. Number 18 Texas A&M moved up 2 spots to 16 with a win over an FCS team. Maryland moved up 2 spots from 19 to 17 with a win over Delaware. Oregon dropped from 7 all the way down to 18 after a loss to Baylor. Mizzou moved up 1 from 20 to 19 with a win over an FCS team. BYU 22 to 20 with a win over Oregon State. TCU dropped from 15 to 21 after their loss to Duke. Nebraska moved up 1 spot after a win over an FCS team. Pitt moved up from 25 to 23 after a win over an FCS team. And then with wins over FCS teams, both Ole Miss and Boston College moved into the top 25. The teams that dropped out of the top 25 were North Texas and UConn. And we still haven't started conference play, so we don't have any conference standings. Let's check the Heisman Watch. Alright, so Micah Kaapana has moved up into the Heisman Watch. CJ Carr, Amarian Stewart, and I think it was Trent Semple have dropped out of it. It is now Liadi Palele from Mizzou, Scrap Richardson from Notre Dame, Deuce Knight at Tennessee, and KJ Jackson at Navy, along with Micah Kaapana. Alright guys, that's going to be the episode. Stay tuned, stay on the lookout. I'm going to go live here in just a second to start this next one against Maryland. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Please check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio. It's also linked at the top of my X profile. Feel free to send me a message on X or Discord at Kinetic615. Happy to be transparent about the GoFundMe or answer back any other messages that you'd like to send. Just be respectful. And as always, guys, for me signing out, it's going to be Skull Vikes and Go Blue.